Commander Zafixis adjusted the neural interface connecting her consciousness to the flagship's tactical systems. The readings were identical to 17 previous conquests. Electromagnetic signatures indicating primitive nuclear technology, scattered orbital debris suggesting early space exploration, and the familiar blue-green marble that housed carbon-based lifeforms. Earth registered as Classification 7, a minor obstacle requiring minimal fleet allocation. The hegemony had perfected interstellar conquest across 2 millennia. Their methodology was clinical. Deploy atmospheric processors to render worlds uninhabitable for native species, while preparing optimal conditions for hegemony colonization. Resistance was typically negligible. Most civilizations surrendered within solar cycles once they witnessed the systematic dismantling of their atmospheric composition. Initiate Phase 1. Zafixis commanded. Her thoughts transmitted instantaneously across the fleet's quantum network. 12 processing vessels descended through Earth's upper atmosphere, their molecular disruptors beginning the methodical conversion of oxygen to xenon compounds. The initial human response was predictable. Crude chemical rockets launched desperate attacks against the processing ships, their primitive warheads detonating harmlessly against energy shields designed to withstand solar flares. Zafixis observed the futile barrage with detached interest, already composing her preliminary conquest report. Then the anomaly occurred. The first processing vessel simply vanished. Not destroyed, vanished. Its quantum signature dissolved instantaneously from the fleet's sensor network as if it had never existed. Zafixis felt the collective confusion ripple through her officers' shared consciousness. Sensor malfunction, reported Navigation Officer Threnix. Vessel 7 cannot have been eliminated by those chemical explosives. The second disappearance occurred 17 minutes later. This time, Zafixis witnessed it directly through tactical sensors. One moment, processing Vessel 3 was converting atmospheric nitrogen. The next, the space it occupied contained only empty vacuum and dissipating energy signatures that defied every known law of physics. Emergency protocols activated across the fleet. Deep-range scanners detected massive energy buildups across Earth's surface, energy signatures that shouldn't exist in a Classification 7 civilization. The readings resembled nothing in hegemony databases. Coherent gravitational waves, localized space-time distortions, and quantum field manipulations that suggested technology centuries beyond what their reconnaissance had indicated. Full defensive positions, Zafixis commanded, her confidence evaporating as tactical displays showed impossible readings. Earth's energy output had increased by several orders of magnitude in the past solar hour. The third attack came from Earth's moon. A structure that hadn't existed during initial reconnaissance suddenly blazed with directed energy that bypassed their shields entirely. The beam struck processing Vessel 9, and Zafixis watched in growing horror as the ship aged thousands of years in seconds. Its hull deteriorating, its crew dying of rapid senescence before the vessel crumbled into cosmic dust. Communications arrays across Earth began broadcasting simultaneously in perfect hegemony linguistic protocols. The message was brief. You underestimated us. Our classification system differs from yours. We are not Classification 7. We are Classification Unknown. Zafixis felt the fleet's shared consciousness fracture with unprecedented fear as they realized the truth. Earth had been prepared. Every previous hegemony invasion had been monitored, analyzed, and anticipated. Humanity had spent decades developing countermeasures specifically designed to exploit hegemony weaknesses that the invaders hadn't realized they possessed. The remaining processing vessels were eliminated within minutes by weapons that seemed to violate fundamental laws of reality. Ships disappeared into artificially created pocket dimensions. Others were subjected to directed entropy fields that aged their quantum cores beyond operational parameters. The most disturbing attack came from weapons that appeared to edit matter at the subatomic level, rewriting the basic properties of hegemony hull materials until they became fatally incompatible with three-dimensional space. As escape became Zafixis's only priority, Earth's final broadcast arrived. Your conquest methodology assumes technological superiority. You failed to consider that a seemingly primitive civilization might choose to appear vulnerable while preparing absolute countermeasures. We have been watching you for centuries. We have been ready. The surviving hegemony vessels fled Earth's solar system carrying a terrifying revelation. They had not encountered a primitive world ripe for conquest, but a carefully concealed apex predator that had allowed them close enough to study their weaknesses before demonstrating humanity's true capabilities. Earth would never again be classified as a target. It had become something far more dangerous, a civilization that had turned the hegemony's own methodology against them with ruthless, calculated precision.